Well, hello there again, my good old friends. I hope you're all keeping well, fit and healthy. That's the main thing. I hope you're all getting a few winners. Because I'm not. Hadn't a great day. One placed horse today in the 5:45 at Wexford. Jury's Wish, 12 to 1 each way. Finished second. Now he could have won the race. But the rest of the horses were seriously fancied. 7:30 at Wexford, Tropical Twist went from 11 to 2 out to 12 to 1. That's the way it goes. Sometimes they win, sometimes they don't. They go out in the betting, they come in the betting. But anyway, for the 6 races, at 1 point win on each race, 60 quid, we made back €35 on Jury's Wish. So we were only down 25. So in total from Tuesday gone, the 21st of July, we're still up 37. We're still up 37 quid. But there's some cracking racing to come. I can't wait till Saturday this week. I can't wait till Saturday. What I'm going to do for tomorrow, my friends, I'm going to give you 2 lucky 15s, right? A lucky 15 is affordable. We all love the old lucky 15, to be fair. Or you do anyway. At least if your luck is really out and you only get the one winner, you get triple the odds. If you get 2 winners, you get your money back, and so on and so on. Now I think this lucky 15 is a good thing for tomorrow, my friends. I'm after going over all the cards: Ascot, Uttoxeter, Tursk and York. So like I said, we're still up 37 quid. Now first I'm going to give you the normal lucky 15, then I'll give you the each way lucky 15. I hope some of you are backing winners. Hope to God some of you are backing winners. It's still tough, lads. It's still tough. Now the first lucky 15 we'll say a euro lucky 15, which is 15 quid. They're all seriously fancied horses, and I got a tip for one of them. I got a tip for one of the horses. It could return 531 quid if the 4 of them win. That'd be nice money. Right, 4 minutes in. We'll keep this fast and furious now, my friends. Right, the first horse in my lucky 15. I'm also going to give you a nap and an each way nap. I'll wait till you see the each way nap. The first horse in my lucky 15 is in the 5:12 at Ascot. That's the 5:12. I think a lucky 15 is kind of reasonable, you know what I mean? You can do a 50 cents, cost 7.50, do a euro, cost you 15 quid. It's a great little bet. The first horse is in the 512 at Ascot. And this is the horse I got the tip for. Remember that now. All tips don't win. The first horse is number 4. Paradise Walk. Hector Crouch for Rave Beckett. And Paradise Walk is 11-4 favourite. Right, that's the first horse of my lucky 15. Now, Uttoxeter. We'll move on to Uttoxeter for my second horse. The second horse of my lucky 15 is in the 425 at Uttoxeter. We'll mix it up with a bit of jumping. Mix it up with a bit of jumping, my friends. And the second horse, the 425 at Uttoxeter, I've gone for number 6, Crystal Glance. Toby Wayne for Ollie Greenhall. Number 6, Crystal Glance. 4-1. And the third horse of my lucky 15 is also in Uttoxeter. Just let me double check this now, because I have the 130 down and the first race is the 140. Let me just check now, my friends. Yep. The third horse of my lucky 15 is in the 140, the first race at Uttoxeter, and it's number 5. This horse was seriously impressive last time out. It won its maiden hurdle by 10 lengths. Number 5 is Like What You See. John Joe O'Neill Jr. for John Joe O'Neill. That's number 5 in the 140 at Uttoxeter. 6-4, second favourite. Alright. Now the last horse in my lucky 15, I went through the meeting at Tursk. And I pounced on the 305 at Tursk. So the last horse in my lucky 15 is number 1 in the 305 at Tursk. Lady Dublin. Jake Dixon for Ollie Pears. Jeez, them flies by, I tell you one thing. The 305 at Tursk, number 1, Lady Dublin. And Lady Dublin is 130. Favourite. I think that's a strong lucky 15, my friends. So my first lucky 15, the 512 at Ascot, number 4, 11-4. The 425 at Uttoxeter, number 6, Crystal Glance, 4-1. The 130 at Uttoxeter, Like What You See, 6-4. The 305 at Tursk, number 1, Lady Dublin, 100-30. That's my lucky 15 for tomorrow, my friends. Friday the 24th. Now we'll move on to my each way lucky 15. I will slide across to Uttoxeter. The first horse of my each way lucky 15 is in the 315 at Uttoxeter. She's to some great racing, lads, tomorrow at Uttoxeter. I don't know whether you like the jumps or not, but there's some great racing. Big cards, all big cards at Uttoxeter tomorrow. So the first horse on my each way lucky 15 is number 12. Gavin Sheen for Ginger McCain and Donald McCain. Joanne Chauvet. I knew I wouldn't be able to pronounce that properly. Joanne Chauvet. Number 12 anyway. And number 12 in the 315 is 13-2. Right, then I went to York for the last 3 horses on my each way lucky 15, which is an evening meeting. So the first race at York is the 532. And this is the second horse on my each way lucky 15. All big fields again. Very, very unusual for an evening meeting at York to have 18 and 20 runner handicaps. Whoa, baby. The second horse in my each way lucky 15. Now there's a horse sticking out in this race to me with the last 2 hours, Johnny Concrete. I'm sure I tipped him before, but that's not my pick. I went for number 10. I went for number 10, Golden Strike. Oshinor for Richard Fahey. Now it's a 7 furlong class 4 handicap, 13 grand. But you've all the sprint kings in here. Ian Jardine, Jim Goldie, Tim Easterby, Michael Dobbs, you've the whole lot. Yeah, that Johnny Concrete is trained by Ian Jardine. But anyway, I went for number 10, Golden Strike. And Golden Strike is 8-1, my friends. The third horse in my each way lucky 15 is in the 605 at York. 14 runner handicap. 2 mile race. Now I'm after going over and over and over these. The first horse jumped out to me was number 13. And I know I tipped him before because I remember saying exactly what I'm going to say now. The first horse jumped out to me was Newport. That's where I was born. Newport in Wales. But I have gone for number 9. I've gone for number 9 in the 605. Valley of Flowers. Joanna Mason for Simon Crawford. Coward, I can't see properly with these glasses. I thought that was Simon Crawford. S&J Coward. C-O-W-A-R-D. Does Crawford still train? Someone tell me in the comments, please. Remember Simon Crawford? Great trainer. But anyway, the 605, number 9. Valley of Flowers is 16-1. And the last horse in my each way lucky 15 is in the 7:15 at York. The 7:15 at York, 22 declared to run. 6 furlong handicap. Now most of these are playing 5 places, my friends. And I've gone for an absolute screecher in this one. I've gone for a screecher. Very big price, and you know how I am with big prices. And you know what I can do. It's 11:30 now. You know what I can do in 2 days' time every Saturday. I know a lot of you don't tune in until Saturday because that's when I give out the winners. The 4th horse on my each way lucky 15, the 7:15 at York. I've gone right down the bottom to number 22. This race took me the guts of an hour to go through and watch replays. I've gone for number 22, Dorney Lake. Jack Nichols for Liam Brady. Liam Brady has won the race with the last 2 years with the same horse. Dico the Legend. He was 11-1 last year and 8-1 the year before. And he was drawn 3. Isn't that mad now? He was drawn 3 twice in the last 2 years and won it. Dico the Legend. So I said I'd stick with Liam Brady, the trainer. Drawn 21. See, they set the race aside up in the right hand corner. They give you the draw advantage. And if they give low, you always go against them and go for high. I could go back on the last 10 years, the 10-year stats with the draw. I'm not going to do all that. That's not my... I'm not like them specialists on YouTube, them professionals. So anyway, Dorney Lane, number 22 and the 7:15 at York is 33-1. So that's my 2 lucky 15s for tomorrow, my friends. I think the first one it just feels good. Don't know why. So the second one, the each way lucky 15s, the 3:15 at Uttoxeter, number 12, 13-2. The second horse is the 5:32 at York, number 10, 8-1. The third horse is in the 6:05 at York, number 9, 16-1. And the fourth horse on my each way lucky 15 is in the 7:15 at York, number 22, 33-1. Alright, now my nap for tomorrow. My nap for tomorrow is in the 5:12 at Ascot, Paradise Walk, 11-4. And believe it or not, my each way nap for tomorrow, which I'm fairly good now with the each way naps in all fairness. My each way nap is a horse I just mentioned. The 7:15 at York, number 22, Dorney Lake, 33-1. That's my each way nap for tomorrow. And like I said, I can't wait till Saturday, because I'm after studying for Saturday with the last 2 days, and there's some great racing. So look, I'll keep this around 20 minutes, this video. Wish you all the best of luck. Hope you're all getting a few winners. But the most important thing is you're all fit and healthy and keeping well. That's the main thing. That's more valuable than money. We all know that. But then we all like a punt. so that's why we do these videos, and we back a few horses. So I'll wish you the best of luck for tomorrow, right? Always remember, strictly 18 plus, strictly. Gamble responsibly, and only bet what you can afford, my friends, and never ever chase your money. Never chase your money in this game. Because like I always say, you'll end up without an underpants. So I wish you the best of luck for tomorrow, Friday the 24th. And we'll have a cracking day on Saturday, I will guarantee that. We'll have a cracking day on Saturday. That'll do for now. I'm right tired. I went to bed at 6 o'clock this morning, 6 a.m. And I think I was up again at 8:30. So I might look a bit droopy or dopey, whatever you want to call it. Look, good night and God bless for now. I'll talk to you tomorrow night for Saturday's video. Saturday's racing. Kenny from Tipperary over and out. God bless you all. Take care. Good night.